Greetings, humans. I'm Andrei. This is Couscous, and we are once again here with Aliki. We have 3 songs left to go through from 8 Lives Down new album Fates. And the one that is upcoming is actually the other song, other than Dog's Breakfast, that you have already been performing live.
Yeah.
This one doesn't stick to my head as effectively as Dog's Breakfast. I can't say I remember a part from it in my head right now. And Dog's Breakfast was almost all in here, like the riffs, the parts, the whatever. So, without further ado, are you ready?
Yeah.
Underneath our footsteps, ground keeps turning to dust. Absorbing information, developing, devolving trust. Force feed me every day. Tubes that rip my throat to shreds. And I'm dependent on you to direct life where it heads. The rain pours down like ice, and I lose my voice. My circulation freezes, preserving illusions of choice. to goodbye as there can be no going back. We will never be the same. Still we'll all keep walking on, left out in the pouring rain. My body is now a nightmare. My head a purgatory. My life a fraction of a lie. My soul cannot exist beyond the brain. The waves break against my core. Shadows point outside, screaming pouring blood and guts, ripped out from within, ripped out from within, ripped out from within.
Yeah.
That's a very good mix. The way that said ripped out from within at the end when it was only vocals sounded so real that I had to look to the screen because I thought the song ended and you were doing it.
You've heard me live too often. Yeah. Yay.
Okay. So, first thing I want to pick on. When the song started, it builds slowly. It gets into some groove that's kind of engaging, that's kind of solid, plays one bar, and then it stops.
Yes.
Why?
Okay, so this is a song initiated by Marcin.
Mm-hmm.
And what he brought into the room was the entire initial musical chunk, and the beginning of the verse, actually.
Mm-hmm.
And the concept of, I want to write a song that sounds like a storm, and I want all the music and everything to be following themes and rhythms of water. So I want to start out with like small, sparse raindrops, these little like bing, bing, bing. And then I want it to build, and then I want rain to actually fall. And then I want it to kind of calm. And eventually I want it to build up into an entire storm as time goes on and on throughout the track.
Mm-hmm.
So we were like, okay, let's do it like that.
So then it makes sense that it would kind of build to the point of a storm and stays there for a little and then dips again. That's what that represents.
Yeah.
Okay. But the lyrics aren't exactly about a literal storm. They're rather comparing a phenomenon to one.
Yeah.
It starts like liquid water, one and the same, and I find comfort in the shelter hiding from the blade. I feed off you every day and you infect my mind. In this race of coming out ahead, I've already fallen behind.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to give some interpretation and then let you rant. So this first verse to me feels kind of like people's unhealthy, toxic sense of comparing to each other by whatever arbitrary means and wanting to end up ahead of someone else in terms of status or performance or whatever is actually their demise on a personal level, because it doesn't at the end of the day serve them. It's more like a fallacy, an illusion. Good interpretation? Do you care?
No, it's not even, no, it's not that. It's just a good interpretation is an interpretation that takes the data points that exist and roots itself in the data points that are available.
Okay.
So, yeah, sure. It's just, yes. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, good interpretation. As a person that wrote the thing, and has weird associations with it, and also knows what it's about. It's weird, as in it's difficult sometimes. You know, like when you wrote a song, let's say, about a local farm, and someone's like, life. You're like, well, I mean, yes, yes.
Okay, so,
So that.
to rephrase the question, because I didn't word it right, is this landing anywhere near what you meant with these lyrics? And if not, what are the differences?
Not exactly. It's present. So, okay. All right, let's do it this way. Here's how I wrote it. I wrote it. I wrote it all around the chorus. So the chorus is always the same. And the idea was to have the chorus be the same, but to be changed in its intensity or its perceived intensity because of the verses and the way that the context around it is changing. The song is purposefully written abstractly. So, like, it in a way, it's the exact opposite of Green Light in the Distance. In the sense that Green Light in the Distance actually has really, really robust anchors within the lyrics that you can catch on to. This has absolutely no anchors. It gives you nothing. So it's really not helping you at all. The song is not helping you. What makes the most sense for your brain? Does it make the most sense to go through, like, do you want to go through it once? And then I just super quickly tell you what I was thinking of?
I kind of want to go through it and just ask you the things that catch my attention. The waves break against my calm, shadows point out sin, screaming, pouring blood and guts, ripped out from within.
So, in relation to the first verse,
okay,
take that ripped out from within. Okay, it starts like liquid water, one and the same. So basically, birth. The trauma of birth is your first chorus. Your first chorus is embodying the trauma of birth. Again, because Marcin gave water and liquid, and I was like, well, that's the first thing that comes to mind. So I'm sure this is not what anyone had in mind. It was just me alone being like, I'm sorry, guys. But that. So starts as a fetus, still in the womb, gets born during the chorus. That.
All right. That comes after an I've already fallen behind. So is somehow the abstract character in this song already doomed before birth?
Yes.
Nice. Interesting. Okay.
Fates.
Yeah, the main theme is coming through. Underneath my footsteps, the ground keeps turning to dust, absorbing information, devolving trust.
Yeah.
That's an interesting one. Why developing devolving trust?
I wanted, well, obviously I wanted the poetic devolving. I wanted the all the consonant cluster that occurs within this. I also wanted the image of something being built and crumbling simultaneously. And depending on how your life has gone, like whether you trust people or not, that is something that you have developed.
Yeah.
And as a person who has very little trust and faith in others, it is something I carefully developed over many, many years.
Wow. You force feed me every day tubes that rip my throat to shreds, and I'm dependent on you to direct life to where it heads. The rain pours down like ice, and I lose my voice. My circulation freezes, preserving illusions of choice. This sounds also like it could be specifically someone on a hospital bed. And the attempt of keeping them alive is preserving their illusions of choice, because at the end of the day, what comes of the treatment isn't there very much in their control or in the control of the doctors. But it also feels like it can be out in the air, lack of control in life.
Yeah. I what my brain had in mind was narratives of social narratives and norms. So anything placed upon one externally by society, whether that is your name. I have massive problems with my name, but we'll talk about that another time.
Okay.
But your name is not something that is yours. It's something that's imposed on you. Your gender is imposed on you, not in the sense of, oh, we observed you have green eyes, oh, we observed you have certain traits, in the sense of all the weird baggage that comes with that. We're like, I'm sorry, what? And just to like hyper focus for a second on the eyes and the eye color. Like I had this fun moment when I was 17. And I was on a bus in Greece going to my school. And this old Greek lady suddenly starts screaming at me that I am the incarnation of the devil because, first of all, I'm female, which Satan. Second of all, I have green eyes, Satan. And I'm just standing there and I'm like, oh my God, like, I hope she doesn't realize that I'm left-handed. Because then I'm gonna be screwed, yo. So I was like, it's fine. So I think a lot of people experience baggage that comes with things like gender, but there's baggage that comes with everything. And it's just a question of, do you realize it? Like left-handed people are very aware of the baggage that comes with being left-handed. Right-handed people live through life being like, oh my God, I'm just like everyone else. It's like, fuck you. Like there's because the majority possess the same baggage and the same stuff, it's not as evident what the baggage is that comes with it. So, but either way, it's all baggage related, and it's this idea that because it's externally imposed, it removes one from oneself. Because you have to respond to it and you have to either agree with it and act according to it or push against it. But both those two options are being ripped out from within. Like they're irrelevant to your relationship with yourself. So, hi.
Do you think there is a way for society to, I suppose, stop imposing things without excluding a person? Functionally speaking.
No, I don't.
So what is the purpose of the criticism or commentary here?
Oh, we'll get there later.
Okay. So later in the lyrics, I assume.
Well, kind of, but we'll get there.
The waves break against my calm, shadows point out sin, screaming, pouring blood and guts ripped out from within. Okay, what's shadows point out sin? That one's interesting. What is that?
Yeah. So as you have clearly been subjected to and you have been suffering for hours now, the album by mistake has a huge leitmotif, if not mega theme of religion.
Yeah.
Terrible. It was not intentional, in the sense of I didn't like zoom out and go, I will write lyrics that only have this. I wanted to kind of get into the idea of a moral right and wrong that is imposed externally and exists in one's mind because it was always there as a framework, and it's not necessarily conscious. So the not necessarily conscious is the shadows part. The sin is the religious Catholic aspect of reality. I'm not Catholic, by the way. Greece as a country is not Catholic. It is Orthodox. But the Catholics are the ones who really talk about sin and focus on sin. Like, so.
All right. Last section. Claim and take what isn't yours. To repress me, you compare. Hold my head underwater as I try not to gasp for air. You keep molding my responses and interpreting my silence. Demand and extract consent. Beat me into compliance. This one hits hard.
Yeah.
With the idea of artificial or orchestrated consent. Anything specifically you had in mind, or just the idea more general that you picked on this?
My idea for the third section of the song was I wanted to... So a liquid state... A liquid state is interesting because it can take the form of whatever container it's placed in. So it's very mutable and strange.
Yes.
It also doesn't have these kind of set boundaries that a solid state has. I wanted the third chunk of the song to basically be assault and about assault. And I wanted because we're looking at a liquid state, right, with the rain and the storm, but then it gets so strong that it surpasses and invades the boundaries that one might have thought were in place. And yeah. And you read the rest and then we'll talk about it.
There can be no going back. We will never be the same. Still we'll all keep walking on. Left out in the pouring rain. My body is now a nightmare, my head a purgatory, my life a fraction of a lie, my soul cannot exist beyond the pain.
Yeah. So, hi. What a pleasant song.
Yes. Everything is wholesome.
Yeah, super miserable. So the thing is that what I thought that when we look at liquid and we associate liquid broadly with things, there is a tendency to associate liquid with femininity. Hi.
I don't understand why that weirdly makes sense to me.
Exactly. And that is the whole thing, right? Because the weird baggage and the freaking shadows and the crap and the shit running in the background. So anyway, that we're not aware of, that's just weird. So I wanted to take two really majorly, 2 to 3 events that are extremely heavily encoded as feminine within society. So I took birth, I took socialization, because for some reason in people's imagination, they believe that women are more heavily socialized than men are, which I will never understand, but they do. And assault, which also has this strange idea that it's something that happens to women. It's absurd. And I wanted to keep all 3 abstract and relatable and highlight how human they are, and that it's just a human experience event and there's nothing female about any of this shit. That's what I wanted.
Okay.
Ta-da!
And I feel like the way you articulate this change at the end, my body now a nightmare, my head a purgatory, that something has modified permanently, is like, we're not like water, you can't put me back into the same dish and I'll take the shape again.
Yeah.
And I also feel like you can relate it to liquid in the sense of if you mix two liquids together, go ahead and separate them.
Yeah.
So even liquid has a way of changing permanently.
Yeah.
Ta-da! That is really interesting. That's really cool how it's written.